Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss field consolidation curve from the chapter Consolidation of Soils. In order to determine the settlement characteristics of soil in a particular field, the soil sample is extracted from that field and it is tested in the laboratory. The test is called as consolidation test, which we have already discussed. So, the final settlement of that soil sample is measured for different incremental load. The final settlement is measured with the help of dial gauge in the form of dial gauge reading, and it is represented in terms of void ratio. So a plot of void ratio versus log sigma bar is plotted. This plot is called as consolidation curve. Consolidation curve. Now we will discuss field consolidation curve for pre-consolidated soil. This graph is again plotted as void ratio, E as ordinate, log sigma bar as abscissa. Curve ABC is obtained during laboratory testing of sample extracted from the field. This curve is represented as KU, that is laboratory curve. This is the unloading curve obtained during laboratory testing, and this is recompression curve. This is also obtained during laboratory testing. Now point C is again corresponds to void ratio of 0.4 E naught, where E naught is initial void ratio in the field. Point D represent initial void ratio in the field and initial overburden pressure in the field. Sigma C is pre-consolidation pressure. If we draw a vertical at line E0D, it will intersect at point F. If we extend the linear portion of the curve ABC backwards, it will intersect the line sigma naught D at point E. Now first we will discuss field consolidation curve for normally consolidated soil. So when a soil sample is tested in the laboratory and a graph of void ratio versus log sigma bar is plotted, then this curve ABC is obtained. This curve is called as KU, or it is also known as laboratory curve. So using this laboratory curve, we are supposed to find the field consolidation curve. So on this curve ABC, point A is corresponding to initial void ratio, which is E naught. This void ratio is the void ratio present in the soil before the application of incremental load. And point C is corresponding to the void ratio of 0.4 E naught. Now Schimmertman stated that the field consolidation curve passes through the laboratory curve at point which is corresponding to the void ratio of 0.4 E naught. So field curve must pass through point C. Suppose if you want to construct a structure on the ground, this is the ground level. So first excavation is carried out. Because of this excavation, soil which is present below the excavated area get uncompressed or swelled. After that we construct footing. So because of this weight of footing, the soil which is below the base of the footing start getting recompressed. So the changes in stresses are occurring at the base of the footing only. So in order to determine the consolidation characteristics of soil, we will have to consider the soil which is present below the base of the footing, and the soil which is present above the base of the footing is neglected. So these soils are neglected. So since we have considered the soil which is present below the footing, the soil which is present above the footing level is considered as surcharge. That means before the construction of footing, the soil at this level is subjected to initial overburden pressure of sigma naught bar, where sigma naught bar is equal to the weight of the soil which is lying above. Weight of soil lying above the base of footing. And also the soil sample is extracted from this region only. So before the construction, the initial overburden pressure at the base of the footing will be sigma naught bar, and initial void ratio will be E naught bar. This condition is represented as point D in void ratio versus log sigma bar plot, where x coordinate of D is sigma naught bar and y coordinate is E naught bar. So this D represents the actual initial field condition. So this point D must be lying on the field curve. So if we connect the line DC, then this line is called as field curve and it is represented as KF. Now let us talk about the sample. When we extract the sample from the soil, its overburden pressure gradually decreases to 0 and void ratio remains constant. So this process will be represented as the horizontal line drawn from point E naught. So here this line D E naught represents the gradual decrease of effective pressure while void ratio remains constant. Now in the laboratory curve, the curve portion AB represents the recompression curve. Because the soil sample was already subjected to the initial overburden pressure of sigma naught bar, which is greater than the pressure in the region of AB, and the curve which is present after the B, which is BC, is called as normal consolidation curve. So if we extend this linear portion of the BC towards the horizontal line at E naught, it will intersect at point E. This point E lies on the left hand side of the T. So this indicates the normal consolidation of soil. In normally consolidated soil, the point E will always lie on the left hand side of the D. If the soil sample is remolded and tested again in laboratory, the corresponding field curve obtained will be represented as Kr. So Kr is the field curve for remolded soil and its slope will be less than the field curve for the normally consolidated soil. Now we will discuss field consolidation curve for pre-consolidated soil. This graph is again plotted as void ratio, E as ordinate, log sigma bar as abscissa. Curve ABC is obtained during laboratory testing of sample extracted from the field. This curve is represented as KU, that is laboratory curve. This is the unloading curve obtained during laboratory testing, and this is recompression curve. This is also obtained during laboratory testing. Now point C is again corresponds to void ratio of 0.4 E naught, where E naught is initial void ratio in the field. Point D represent initial void ratio in the field and initial overburden pressure in the field. Sigma C is pre-consolidation pressure. If we draw a vertical at line E naught D, it will intersect at point F. If we extend the linear portion of the curve ABC backwards, it will intersect the line sigma naught D at point E. Here point E is lying at the right side of the point D. In previous case, point E was at the left side of the D. In case of pre-consolidated soil, point E always lies at right hand side of the point D. It is obvious that there is recompression of the soil from a pressure of sigma naught bar to the pre-consolidation pressure sigma C bar. A smooth curve DG is drawn parallel to the recompression curve. It intersects the vertical at sigma C bar at point G. Now point G and C are connected by a straight line. So the curve DGC represents field curve. It is denoted as KF. For pressure between sigma naught bar to sigma C bar, the relevant index is the recompression index CR. And for the pressure more than sigma C bar, it is the compression index CC. Thank you.